So check out how they built these stairs. You can see they actually cut a notch into the wood and slid in the piece and like nicely cut the corners. This is good corner cutting right here. It looks like they use like a hacksaw blade. It's pretty funny because they're not really like flat cuts. Anyway, they did a nice job with it, but what I'm running into is this issue right here. See how this is widened out? And if we look further up, it gets wider and wider. This step actually had been replaced once before, so I took it back out. And you can see just going up the way, the gaps just keep getting wider. This one right here is only being held on by like 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch, plus the 2 nails. But really not what you want to see. You can see that just like a wide gap, and then up at the top it comes back together where these ends are nailed to the landing there. So what I'm going to do is use that sledgehammer, get all of these pried back up into position, oops, and pound the staircase back together. After they've been pounded together, I'll run some screws in, and those screws will actually hold this thing together. See, that's one of the downfalls of using nails, is that over the years they slowly walk out of whatever material they are run into. Meanwhile, a screw will keep them cinched tightly together for many, many, many years. Some people say that screws are worse because if you have an earthquake, they shear off a little bit easier than nails, versus nails are more pliable or bendy or something. But I've never actually done any testing on that, and we don't get really any earthquakes here in Minnesota. So if we do get an earthquake, all of our infrastructure is just going to collapse anyway, so it probably doesn't matter. But that's one really good example, real world example of why screws are a little bit better at, you know, keeping things held tightly together. We're gonna build some nice shelves and get all of our canned goods and stuff moved back in over here. It'll be nice. But since we had everything out, I was like, okay, now's the time to fix these steps. First. So there they are, all repaired. You can see everything is squeezed back tight together. This one we need to knock the corners off. We want it to match, but you know, not that big a deal. Oh, we got rid of all those little blocks of wood they had added in there. Just restored it to its original beautiful glory. And now hopefully it will carry people up and down for many years with no problems. Hope you enjoyed. Talk to you later.